Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a highlight best-of-3 series of professional StarCraft 2. Joining me here, map number 1 of the series shall be Torches. The upper right corner shall belong to the red Zerg player. It is SHIN. And their opponent here, the blue command center, the bottom right, it is none other than ByuN. And here, towards the middle of the map, slightly on the Zerg side, as you would suspect, it is ByuN's proxy barracks. ByuN. Starting it off early today, apparently. Aggression on the menu, shenanigans are the theme. Will SHIN actually get to see this? Where's this OV going? Looks like it's probably going to be fine. We'll follow the OV. Sees the SCV. That's already a bit suspicious, of course. Spots the Overlord. We're gonna ignore the announcer. Judgment-free zone. Ooh. Both of the barracks get spotted immediately, pulling some drones. The Byunker is attempted, but fully surrounded already. First Marine fires a few shots, warning the drones, get away from my Byunker. Yes, they're pulling back the bunker. Defeated already. Zerglings are here. Zerglings are out, which means that was a very well-timed, well-decided pull, I'm gonna say. Full surround here. The Marines have nowhere to go. Lings and drones. Question mark. What was that? Terran looked away for a split second. The whole army surrounded. That might just pretty much be the end of map number 1, lads, depending on how ByuN is feeling. And I'm gonna just guess based on some choice chats. ByuN's probably not feeling too fantabulous about this. We've got a triple depot wall up at the top. Command center is the only other thing in this base. There's nothing that'll really be able to save anything. Reinforcing Marines. Like, gotta target fire. They will eventually clear these Zerglings, but the age-old, I mean, at what cost? We have to consider a lot with this. The triple depot wall, we're gonna just try to move past that. The barracks are flying home. ByuN, I'm gonna go with not too happy with how all of that just went. SHIN, I'm gonna go with is just trying to remain very polite and professional. Sure, ByuN not quite be understanding what happened maybe with the full surround. The barracks are gonna land. Oh god. Quick surprise bingo 3rd CC at the gold. Yes, that is what we need to go for at this point. SHIN appears to be wanting to go for maybe just a bit of a kill move. This is a rather early Roach Warren for any type of standard play, but I'm going to go with, based on everything that's happened so far, we are very far off from any type of standard play. Opened up the gold area down here just to take a 3rd base in the normal spot. You want my suspicion, though, my theory, this hatch, just for larva. I don't think this is actually going to be droned really at all. I would be very surprised if SHIN goes up to 3 base saturation. I think SHIN is going to want to get this Roach Warren done, get a bit of gas going, and just flood roaches. I'm going to say, at this point, your opponent has done something weird, has done something tricky. It did not work out for them. You shut it down handily. It's time to just go punch them in the face. I know I love ByuN, okay, Terran. I'm 1/3 Terran, myself at least. I love you guys, but sometimes you just need to be punched. We all do at certain points of the day. The OV will be shut down, deflected. Behind the, I'm sorry, ByuN is going 3 factory, behind 3 CC, behind failed proxy racks. I'm not sure this could be greedier. Like, go ahead, throw down a 4th command center right now. Why not? We've got the money. We're over 400. Who cares at this point? We're going for everything in the book. This feels like a potential battle mech type of decision. He's getting some Hellions out. Are these both tech labs? They are both tech labs. Will it even come to this, though? There's about to be some roaches. And for the Terran's answer, there are 7 Marines, which are not even all clumped up together here, and 2 Hellions. Which, I don't know if you know this about Hellions, lads. They're not exactly great at dealing with roaches. Boys are pulled immediately. The boys to the front line, roaches gunning down the Hellion with their acidic saliva. ByuN says it's not even worth it. Move on. Get to map number 2. Come on, chop, chop. We arrive at map number 2, Tokamak, here with the egg that was canceled, rather interestingly. Just working on intriguing and creative builds all around, I suppose. Map number 1 ended really right as it began. Violent in a fiery explosion and ball of trash talking, I'm sure, because there was quite a bit of chat involved with that. We will see how map number 2 unfolds. I don't even really feel like I need to do the intros. I just did the intros, lads. Like, we were just here. I don't even think it was 5 minutes. It was, what, 5.5 maybe? Good grief, you two. Alright. ByuN, for some reason, oddly enough, making his barracks in his own base. We will see how that unfolds. Will it work out for ByuN? Is this a secret new Terran strategy? Okay, did somebody go to the drawing board, come up with a brainstorming council and decide, what if? Now hear me out, other Terrans. What if we macro? And all the other Terrans in the room went, what did you just say? Are you mad? And they booted him out and then took credit for the idea and said, well maybe we should try this. Maybe Timmy was onto something. We'll see. If SHIN will let ByuN macro, how the macro will go for Mr. ByuN. Don't be underestimated. Okay, yeah, never want to count him out. Reaper is the choice, thank God. Not going to see anything truly absurd. Just a normal Reaper expand versus Hatch on the other side. Queen's on the way. Factory follow-up. Things are, thank gosh, looking a bit more standard. Drone slips out right as the Reaper comes in. The timing on that, I'm not sure, could have been closer. ByuN may have actually been able to see the drone if ByuN was watching the Reaper, but not the case. Hatchery planted in the triangle location. I point this out just because versus Terran, a lot of times you want to go for that line option to minimize some of your vulnerability to drops. Not something that SHIN is potentially worried about with this case, though. Maybe, you know, there are counterpoints to this, of course. If you go for a build that is more adept at shutting down drops, like Mutas, Mutts, then you may not need to care about this as much. Mutas shut down Medevacs very well. Of course, Medevacs have no guns, so that makes Mutas actually a favorable engagement. Somehow, barely, I'm sure, just barely, we'll call it. Mutas not the most durable of forces, but they're good at what they do. Harassment and mobility. Command center, this is the third CC just about done. Factory, making some Hellions. The barracks will be for the tech lab. Will we get to say it? Byunshees. Yeah, you were waiting, I'm sure. You knew what was coming. We're gonna get a Byunshee build out of today. I am loving this. We have had Byunkers. We're gonna have Byunshees. Okay, what are we missing? We need something. Hopefully ByuN, I'll say, can take this. We get a grand finale, map number 3, where we can have Byuntal cruisers, maybe? No, I'm not sure that one works as well. Oh god, the Hellions trapped. One of them goes down. The Reaper picked off by the Queens. These are slow lings. They didn't even have speed. You literally got surrounded by slow lings. Now they're just going to take turns taking one bite out of the Hellion until it gets too close to potential reinforcements there. Banshee completed and potentially hidden there. I'm pretty sure the tech lab was spotted though. Show me. Oh gosh. Shin's seen everything. God, the announcer. I'm really trying to remain impartial and judgment-free, but every time I hear it, it's getting more and more difficult. ByuN, going for Banshees. Keeping them at home for now, though, and no cloak. I do want to point out that detail, that fact. Not going for any type of cloak just yet, not going for any type of hyper flight just yet. So these are just going to be your normal, stock, uncustomized, unpainted Byunshees. Still effective, still deadly, yes, but far less aesthetic. And we all know the true end game of most games in our days is fashion. Yes, the aesthetics, the colorations, of course. So we'll have to consider that these are not going to be quite as appreciated as perhaps Cloak or Hyperflight Banshees. We'll see what kind of damage they can get done, though. Behind this, I'm going to wager a strong guess at a bio-based build based on that stem completing. Shields on the way now. Banshees make themselves known. Just go for the hatchery. Where's the queens? Queen support. Desperately trying to get there. Thank gosh we had the creep highway set up. ByuN backs off, I think, just out of paranoia more than anything else. Definitely, I don't think you want to lose the Banshees in this case. Going for no cloak, no hyperflight makes it a bit easier to lose them. And if you lose them, well, there goes your map control for the next minute. Really, until the drops are ready to go. Need to get the medevacs up and running. Stem shields done. The Hellions, not going to work out at all. Barbecue time for quite a few Zerglings, yeah. Ooh, Banes. So a decent chunk of Banelings there. 14, just surprise, 14 Banes, okay. Centrifugal hooks, all the pieces are lining up. I could still get my Muta match here. Let's see a little Lingbane Muta. It's a possibility. The other strong option, I think, is just going for Hive. He's getting an infestation pit. Okay, he's going for Hive. So it's probably going to be something like maybe Lingbane Ultra. Could see Vipers. I would like to see Ultras. I think I'd put my vote towards that. ByuN moving out, feeling a bit confident, forces a cancel on the hatch, clears a little bit of the creep. We actually have crossed the 7-minute mark miraculously with these two players, which means we're having a decent macro game on our hands. The burrow just completed for SHIN, which means we might get to see a little bit of burrowed Bane action. Marine's in a magnificent spot. They're still going to lose everything, of course, but they took a lot of Zerglings with them. Not a terrible trade. The Banshees on the other side, pressuring the hatch, might be able to get, at least force a cancel. Focus it down. Forces the cancel and gets the drone. The Queen's far too slow. The creep highway not established on this side. Desperately need some tumors there. Yeah. Gonna have to lay them down. Marine tank is the choice. Parade push here, ready. Reinforcements streaming as fast as they can. Another cancel on the hatch. ByuN staying active with the Byunshees, getting a bit of value, getting a bit of damage done. SHIN readying what appears to be the flank, sending some Zerglings out. Is this just going to be a backstab? What do we have as far as defenses? ByuN's been keeping everything at home. Reinforcements, you wait, you group them up in waves so they don't just get picked off by 32 hungry Zerglings. SHIN sees it, knows better than to engage with this. ByuN rotating around. Could go for this hatchery. I'm not even sure ByuN knows about this hatchery. Probably knows about it now that the tank is over there. The Zerglings get into the mineral line. The boys pulled to the battle. Boys are not, these are not your battle boys. They are all about to be gone. Burrow Zerglings in the base there. Marines pushing forward, absolutely shred the hatchery. What are we waiting for? Oh, Vipers. Okay. Ultra Cavern halfway done. Vipers on the way. SHIN wanting to wait, it would seem. Burrowing the Banes, trying to get a little bit of an advantage there, going for that thumbnail. Not going to be successful just yet. Lingbane will clean the rest of it up, but that is not the main army. That's just the scouting force. 2-2 completing for them both. So at least even on that front. The Viper's completed, the Ultra Cavern is done. Chitinous, the first choice, give them a little bit of extra armor. Ultra's quite good versus Marine tank. Absolutely great at shutting down Marine-based compositions. Unless we lose the Ultra Cavern. No, we're not going to lose the Ultra Cavern. We instead summoned every Baneling that we could possibly own back to the home. Yeah. Ultra on the way, just one. One Commander Ultralisk. All we can muster right now. Siege tank set up in a decent spot. Marines pushing forward a little bit. Banshees finally picked off, I believe. Yes. Hatchery destroyed. SHIN in hot water. There's only 2 bases right now. Not even. The main is nearly mined out. We have 29 drones sitting at the hatchery. Really? SHIN waiting potentially far too long for the Ultras instead of trying to get some type of success, some type of engagement. Even just like 2 infestors with this to try to help fungal growth. Just pin some of this down. Getting a bit of damage done. Forcing some SCVs away. You know, we talked, of course, SHIN only on like 1.5 bases right now. ByuN's on 3 CCs. Okay, the main's starting to mine out. The natural's about half. And the third's non-existent, so actually they're not terribly far off. Nobody's at like a 90 drone 6 base economy here. The Ultras show themselves. Chitinous should be done. Yes, Chitinous is completed. So they've got that extra armor. Nobody's going for +3. Instead, we're just going to try to slug it out, I suppose. Oh, ByuN starts it up. Okay. ByuN going for that +3. SHIN putting all of the resources into units. Gas starved, mineral starved at this point too. The loss in the economy is really starting to hurt. How does the engagement go? A great blinding cloud onto that siege tank. Ultra gonna get into melee range. We'll find that success. Picking the Marines up, the Banes find a little bit of connection. And on the other side, ByuN getting damage done. ByuN is doing, I'll say, just fine with this setup. A bit low on workers, but still optimized for the amount of bases that ByuN is actually working on. And picking off every outlying base that ByuN can come across. Scouting Ling, just checking things out. The burrowed Zerglings, I think, not a bad decision, of course. A great opportunity to get a little bit of damage, but again, ByuN is just on top of it. When ByuN is not proxying his stuff on the other side of the map, apparently, when it is macro time, ByuN means business. I don't even think you can drop because of the Ultras. I just don't think it even works. Landing zone obstructed. Yes, thank you, Abathur. Oh, here comes the army. ByuN has not been idle. 146 army supply. Cutting the workers at about 50. We've got Liberators set up. Vipers here. Blinding Cloud goes out. Banes rolling as best they can. They are off creep though, and they are in not nearly enough numbers to actually deal with the Terran army here. The Zerglings appear to be keeping the main safe. This group... Oh, it's just one Liberator. These are changelings. They fooled me, too. Well, the Liberator says bye, I guess. Okay. Bye, Liberator. Freedom to another location, yes. The amount of red health medevacs, that's a parasitic bomb that didn't quite do as much as everyone Zerg-themed was hoping it would, I'm sure. Siege tank set up, Marauder stimming forward, go for the Ultralisk, try to focus it down. Blinding Cloud goes out, a great abduct onto the Liberator. There's so many clouds. Blinding Cloud all across the area. The Ultras get into melee with the Bio Army, but that just makes it easier for the Bio Army to gun them down. We love seeing Ultras. Terrans love seeing Ultras die. The rest of us just love seeing Ultras. Things are not looking too good, I will say, for the Zerg in this point. Going for some Banes. Only 7 Banes total, though. There's just no money. Can't reinforce, can't stop this army. A lot of Zerglings, I will say. Viper pulling the Liberators. Not that I think the Liberators are a massive threat when most of our army, most of our composition is Zerglings at this point. The reinforcements on a move command rally there, not doing too well. The Queens, actually most of the Queens are picked up. We're only down to 2 Queens. The Liberators, what am I saying? The Liberators are a major threat to all of the Zerg royalty. Vipers. Parasitic bomb. That was a parasitic bomb of sass. Okay. Likely it won't even kill. Really? It won't even kill the one Liberator? God, Liberators have a lot of health. Reinforcements for ByuN, keeping the defenses strong on point. I'm not sure what SHIN can even really do at this point. We're going for a lot of Zerglings. We got +3 armor. I guess maybe that's the hope. Queen will pick off the Liberator. Loses a few drones in the process, though. Don't kill the hatch. On second thought, kill the hatch. I want that thumbnail. I think that would be great. Yeah, the hatchery is at red health here. The natural nearly mined out. The main completely mined out. This is feeling just like a last-ditch effort we've got with, what, 40 Zerglings? Okay. Like 5 Banes. Really, what are we going to do with 5 Banelings? You'd have to burrow them and have ByuN walk the entire army onto that spot. I can't see it happening. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is over as soon as ByuN decides it is over. ByuN, just move the army out. 120 Terran army supply up against 51 of really just Zerglings. 5 more Banes morphing in at the front, which is not ideal for any Banes wanting to morph in Zerglings. Try to get up in contact with the Marauders, but that Marauder armor suit is keeping the Zergling out rather handily. Yes, ByuN going to take the macro game. A bit of a longer battle, bit of a slugfest. Love to see it. This also ties it up. We get ourselves a grand finale. The grand finale will be played out on the map Pylon here. The upper left corner shall belong to the blue Terran. Undoubtedly feeling a bit good, feeling a bit confident after that one. It is ByuN. I told you not to underestimate him. And in the bottom right here, the red drones of SHIN. Who's gonna need to figure a few things out, I think, for calculating this one, because map number 1 went SHIN's way, but more because of just successfully stopping what ByuN was trying to do. ByuN went for the proxy play. SHIN caught it in time with the Overlord, pulled the drones, and got a full surround on those initial Marines. That's a lot of ifs. Okay, that all worked out. They can all work out your way. But at the end of the day, we have to recognize those are a bunch of variables. SHIN's gonna have to try to make a few things work for this one. ByuN deciding, hey, that whole macro game thing actually worked out pretty well. Maybe we should do a little bit more of that. Maybe we should find a compromise here. Instead of proxying the 2 barracks, is going to keep them at home. Go for what many might regard as the ByuN build. Here we've got the 2 barracks at the front wall will be used for probably way too many Reapers. We will see what kind of success ByuN actually can find with this. On the other side, we've got the hatch gas pool built normal for the Zerg, so far at least. Zerg, I will say, can all 3 of the factions to some degree, I feel. Protoss might actually be the least in this, of just pulling the trigger, of deciding, okay, it's go time. Like, Protoss would have to get their gates up and running, have to figure out it, or you proxy something like a Robo, get the pylon out and ready, have a prism. There's too many things you have to set up. The Terran, it's like, I'm making 8 barracks. Okay, in 32 seconds, we're gonna have a boatload of Marines. Zerg, it's like, Roach Warren. Okay, 62 roaches. Let's go. That kind of thing. Zerg can do that the quickest, is what I'm trying to say. It's a possibility. The first of the Reapers shows itself. I'm sorry, is this the only Reaper? No, there's a second Reaper. Okay. ByuN went for 2 Reapers and then decided to just macro out of it. We're going another direction. Okay. That's kind of the nice thing about this type of build, though, is you don't have to commit to the aggression if you don't want to. You can kind of fake out your opponent even a bit with this. SHIN saw those 2 barracks and probably at least harbored the thought, oh crap, there's probably going to be a lot of Reapers. There's not in this case. ByuN decided to just move away from it without having to worry about things being proxied, without having to fly the barracks back home. This is all around. I like this type of this build. Okay, this play, I think this is a great thing. That's a 3rd barracks, though. We're doing a 3 racks? Okay, I take it back. I have mixed feelings about this. The 3 racks is a commitment. I'm sorry. Well, this is gonna be good. Okay, we've got a Bane nest. This reeks of a Bane bust. No. This is a Bane bust versus a 3 racks? They're both trying to kill each other. They're both just gonna draw cards and see who dies. Okay, we're playing some type of exploding Zergling type of game here. You draw the Zergling, you explode. Ugh, run! Get the Marines out of there. The Bane's focused down beautifully, though. Marines are surrounded, not doing too great with that, but I don't think it's enough Zerg. You sacrifice the workers, the Reapers come back home, help to shut this down. ByuN lives. ByuN's fine. And this is a 3 Rex, so he's gonna have enough Marines to shut this down. I'm pretty sure SHIN just died. Yeah, SHIN just died. And it's over. Okay then. Well, yeah, that's a best-of-3. Okay, so let me get this straight. Map number 1, SHIN deflected ByuN's move successfully and took it. Map number 3, ByuN deflects SHIN's move and takes it. Winning not through a decisive and strategical strike, they're more just surviving, dying less. I died less than my opponent. Okay, well, that's the goal, I suppose. Well played to them both, entertaining at the very least. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.